Good morning, Joe Rychowski here from Mortgages with JR of Mortgage Network Solutions. And I'm real excited for you to be here today because we are yet again launching another new video series called Home Renovation Mortgage Loans and Understanding That Process. So if you're a buyer looking for a home, or if you're a realtor, this video series is unlike anything else that's out there right now, and it's absolutely critical for you to watch this video series. We're going to take you along the process of understanding the home renovation mortgage loan process and breaking it down for you step by step so you can understand it. Because what I believe is there's a lot of miscommunication and misinformation out there on how the process works, and a lot of people seem to shy away from it. And I firmly believe I'm an expert out there in this. I've done this enough times where I understand what the process is, where common breakdowns occur, and how to get these loans across the goal line. So again, if you're a buyer out there looking for a home that you might see and say, you know, this isn't for us, it needs a lot of work, home renovation loan might work for you. And if you're a realtor not understanding the process, come with me as your expert and I will help you understand this process. And my company, Mortgage Network Solutions, does this all the time. This is one of our specialty products that we have. So guess what? Episode 1 is here. Let's get started by understanding the process.
So everybody, welcome to the first episode of the Home Renovation Mortgage Loan Vlog. I think this is going to be really cool. I was saying in the intro, got Brandon Baker here. He's a home renovation specialist from one of our favorite lenders, Home Point Financial. How you doing, Brandon?
Great. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, this is great. We've been talking about this for a little while. Just so many different things happen, but I'm excited to really kick this off. And I think this is unique because I don't think anybody's really doing anything out there, and it's a great way to educate people.
Absolutely.
The home renovation process. And I think there's so many misconceptions out there, especially a lot of realtors. They get worried about, you know, what's going on, how does it work? It's very involved. And me personally being through it numerous times now, it has gotten much easier. And I think the process appears,
I think you're absolutely right. A lot of people have heard horror stories about it from 10 years ago, 15 years ago. I mean, the program's been around, I think 203K since late 70s. You know, it's been around for a while, and they probably were a little bit more intensive at that point. But yeah, FHA and Fannie Mae have definitely picked up on how these can help home buyers and also people looking to refinance, and made it a lot easier than what it used to be.
Yeah, and that's a great point. I think people forget, and you bring up a great point about refinancing. I didn't even really know that was there. I just thought originally a couple years ago it was for purchase, but it's amazing you could do this for refinance. And I think refinancing is probably a little bit easier too because they already own the property.
Absolutely. Yeah, it keeps that contingency down and a little bit of a quicker process since usually your borrower can start looking for contractors a little bit quicker, you know, and know what they're wanting to do with their current living space.
Right, exactly. So let's break it down a little bit. So what really is a home renovation loan in the simplest terms? Like if I'm a realtor and I have no idea and I'm a home buyer, I like a property and I'm just like, yeah, this is great, but it's not what I want. So what really is a home renovation loan?
So really, for the purchase side of it, a home renovation loan is a unique opportunity for that borrower to not only purchase that home, but also roll in the cost to renovate that, to make that home theirs, to really personalize it. You know, I mean, there's so many shows out there, HGTV, like the home House Hunters renovation is like your entire step right there.
Property Brothers,
yeah, exactly. From finding that home and then purchasing it, and at the same time doing what you want to do with it, making it yours. I mean, so many times you have the people wanting, I don't like the paint, I don't like the flooring. Well, that's yours to take care of now. You can take care of that at the very beginning when you're moving in. So.
And that's a great point too. And I think the point you bring up is rolling it into the mortgage. That's what makes it easy. And I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions, because right now I got a call a couple of days ago from a bar and a realtor saying, hey, you know, we found a place, we really like it, but I'm just
just not sure, but I've heard, and seen you mentioned about home renovation loans. So do I pay for the costs outside, or do I do this or do that? So I think it's really good. You could just simply roll everything in just like a regular mortgage.
Absolutely. And that's the key thing is it's just one mortgage. It's not multiple mortgages. There's not multiple closings.
Right.
It's one mortgage. You close with the terms. And honestly, they're considered conforming loans.
Right.
So the credit wise, it's the same conditions that you have on a standard conventional or a standard FHA. There's real no difference. There's no real overlays for the
Yeah.
renovation piece. You're just adding on your bid, your contractor bid, and getting that in. So yeah,
Yeah. And
credit
I
wise,
kind
same
of,
loan.
yeah, and I agree. And what I've kind of done with realtors and just broke it down, said, kind of hold my hand and say, look, this is your normal loan, standard 30-year loan, and you have this piece, and you're just kind of plugging in and over here. And
Hmm.
that's really all it is taking a contractor piece and renovation piece, plugging it in, and it just fits, very, very nicely. And it just goes very, very smooth.
Yep, you're
And
exactly right. The
yeah,
only difference between a renovation loan and a non-renovation loan is just that renovation piece, that one extra step. So.
yep, exactly. So if I'm let's say a buyer's agent, we're looking
Mhm.
at properties. What would you say some of the key benefits right away are just of doing a renovation loan, obviously?
Well, if you're a buyer's agent, you don't get paid for each time that you take a potential client to a new house. You
Right.
can be spending hours, 40 different times that you're taking to a different. And nowadays, people have so extensive of a list on what they're looking for a house. Well, for a buyer's agent, that makes it that much easier. Really, you just want to talk to your client, say, okay, where do you want to live? What's that street you want to live at? And even though on a turnkey home, they might be priced out, or if there's a lack of inventory,
Right.
well, now you get a house that needs a little bit TLC. It's more of a blank canvas for them. So as a buyer's realtor, you're going to take them to a house in the neighborhood that they want to move into and say, sky's the limit.
Yeah.
What do you want done with it? Yeah, it might be outdated now, but don't even look at that because we're going to be looking at what you want done to it.
Right.
So it cuts down on those numbers of visits, that amount of time. And as an agent, time is money. You have multiple clients that you're trying to assist in purchasing a home. So if you're
Yeah.
able to cut down even a couple visits, that's more visits that you can put towards another client. So
Right, and that's huge. Time is money, and I think too the
absolutely.
inventory piece right now it's been very, very tough. And I've had so many buyers come in saying, "Well, I just haven't found a place." And the first thing I do is say to them, "Hey, have you thought about a home renovation mortgage loan?
Yep.
Find a place that you might like, but it's not where it is. And like you said, look at it as a blank canvas, and
Hmm.
that way you can kind of make it your own. And when you start talking to them about that, showing them the benefit, it's huge. And yeah, yeah,
Absolutely. And again, like we just said before, the client walks into a home with a buyer that like, I really don't like the color. I don't really like the flooring. I don't like carpet. I want tile. Well, there's your renovation loan right there.
right,
As a buyer's agent, you just push them into, and then we have loan officers such as yourself that's knowledgeable about this product. So it just makes that great team, that dream team, as we like to keep it.
yeah, yeah.
And so it just makes it that much of an easy transition. It's things
Yeah.
that people might not have thought about.
Yeah, I agree. It's just very, very smooth. And to your point too, for the buyer's agent, you're moving properties. You're
Mhm.
getting the deal done for somebody, and you're just making the marketplace move, which is good.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So thinking from the seller agent standpoint, because a lot of sellers agents, might
Mhm,
not think this way. They might just say, "Hey, I just want to put this property on the market.
mhm.
Let's just get it going. I want to get it out." But what are the benefits for a seller's agent? And then also too, if I'm a seller's agent,
Mhm.
listing this out there, what are some do's and don'ts, so they don't put something out there to make it not work?
Yeah, well, for a listing agent, you really kind of want to avoid terms such as handyman special or
Right.
investor piece, because when you're listing that home, a buyer's agent is going to be looking at this list of homes and they might just overlook this. So you're kind of, as a listing agent, when you put those terms, you're kind of limiting the number of looks that you might get.
Right.
from a standard from a buyer's agent. So you want to kind of avoid that and really focus on the positive of that home that has to offer, the location, the amenities. Don't focus on the look so much of the home, because with the renovation loan, that can all change. That's
Right.
temporary.
Yep.
So focus more on the benefits of that home, close to a school, a neighborhood, the amenities again, so focus more on that point. Stay away from negative terms, the as is,
Yep.
handyman special, and focus on the positives.
Right.
So, and there's even software out there. I've seen a lot of agents that are getting more used to this program. There's Punch It is a software. There's
Great point.
other where you can actually take a picture of the home and kind of work up a little, this is what the home could
Right.
look like, with that software. You've seen it on the HGTV shows. That's what, like Property Brothers you had mentioned, that's programs that they use.
Right.
You can go ahead and set it up to get that get the person thinking, that listing agent, be like, yeah, it looks like horrible home right now, but look what you can turn into it. So
Yeah.
just stay ahead of the game, be that next level agent.
Yeah.
So
And that's a great point. Just I think the key is to think of it as a blank canvas. This is an
mhm.
opportunity to make a property that you like, it has a lot of charm for you, and then turn it into your dream home, really, by doing the renovation and doing the things that you need to do to get it done. Whether it's let's say paint, carpet, or maybe it's a little bit more extensive. Doing
Yeah.
some things. And the nice thing is we're going to get into all that in this video series. This is
Oh,
just really
absolutely.
the start. So I
Absolutely.
got my
And
paperwork here for everybody to see, but we worked up about 7 different episodes for this thing. And I think this is really a great start, giving people a little bit of taste of what a renovation loan is. And I myself,
absolutely.
from a loan officer over the years, they've gotten much easier. And with
Yep.
you guys, we just closed one of my borrowers' loans. I think it was like 19 days or something. We had it all said and done. That was a refinance. And
Mhm.
one of the purchases was done in about 30, 31 days. So
Mhm.
it's going very, very smooth. And it's a great process.
Yeah, it's like I said at the beginning, it's a different world than what it used to be on these renovation loans. They try to make it as easy as possible, and sky's the limit. And like you
Yep.
mentioned, it doesn't have to be some out of the park renovation. It could be something as easy as painting and carpet. People don't have a lot of time. They might go into a home saying, "Oh yeah, I'll do this, I'll do that." Here you are 5 years later, living in that house, sitting with the same wallpaper.
Right.
So
Exactly.
it just get it over. You're building it in that one loan.
Yep.
So.
Exactly. Well, this was great. Well, that is all the time we have for episode 1. So thank you all for watching. Brandon, thank you so much for joining us here on the first episode. This is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I look
I'm already
forward to it,
like, let's
Joseph.
plan
Thank
the
you.
next episode. So
Yeah,
good stuff.
absolutely. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Give me the
So good
opportunity.
stuff.